Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Operation Newblood. This is Newblood 12.8 and 12.9. We'll go ahead and get started with KMT. We have no combat or anything. We're just buying a regular infantry, adding it to the pile in Yunnan, and then upgrading a militia and in Yunnan as well. So there's only two militia in Yunnan now, and the rest are infantry and mountain infantry. All right, we'll go ahead and get started with the U.S. turn, and we'll go ahead and do the U.S. tech first. With the U.S. tech, we have improved construction at 7 plus. It's a 3, that's a fail. Airborne and amphibious doctrine at a 7 plus, airborne at 7 plus. That moves up. So we complete airborne doctrine. Then we have amphibious at a 7 plus. That fails. And then we have heavy strat bombers at a 9 plus. And that's a 10. So we complete our heavy strategic bombers. And that's key because we had different buys if that occurred, if we were to complete that. So we had the regular strat bombers and then the new heavy strategic bombers with the black and red striping going down. I think did a pretty good job, if I do say so myself, on that painting. Just a paint pen, but I think it looks really cool. So okay, so we got heavy strat bombers, so that goes up 1, so we buy each one of those at 13. That's 26. And then with we're buying a transport, a militia, 2 Marines, a fighter, and because we didn't get that, or we got that, where we're not buying this light carrier, we are upgrading a militia in Washington, D.C. to an infantry. Okay, so we are going to move on to combat. All right, guys, so we have all these units. We have one task force from the north and one task force from the south attacking into San Francisco, and we have the medium bomber doing a strategic bombing with a die 6 roll. Hope it's low on the airfield. And then we have our light cruisers that are going to blockade the heavy cruisers in San Francisco. And I talked to Captain G. He was not going to scramble them. He is going to keep those in port and use those as use their crews as militia. So that needs to go in there. So all of these, I don't know why that's there, but all of these cruisers are moving in to blockade the port in San Francisco. All right, so we will get started. So cruisers first, then we do the strategic bombing, and we will scoot you up just a little bit, zoom out so you can see the whole thing. All right, so the medium bomber is doing a strat strategic bombing of the airfield with the die 6, 1 to 6 damage. Hope it's low. Oop, that fell out. Okay, and that's a 4. So I will take this 4 and put it on the airfield. All right. Okay, so let me close this door. So with the city land zone totally surrounded, it is not just infantry or vehicle class or anything like that. It is all units surrounded by a city land zone. On my combat modifier card here, go down 1. Okay, so we have I'll go ahead, we'll go through the units here. Attacking from the south, we have 2 fighters coming from Texas and the Heartlands, and then we have in the Southwest United States, we have 3 medium armor, 1 artillery paired with a infantry, so that infantry will be boosted +1, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 infantry that are attacking without the bonus. It is mountainous, so all land units are -1, so the tanks attack at a 5, and the artillery paired with the infantry attack at a 2, artillery first strike, then the infantry attack at a 1. All right. With the North Task Force combat group, or land combat group, attacking into San Francisco, we have the tactical bomber attacking at a 7 with a target select at a 3, and we have a medium armor attacking at a 5, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry attacking at a 1. With the defending units, the fortification, it defends at a 4 because the city is surrounded. So it defends at a 4, still does get the first strike, 2 dice, but they'll be at a 4. And all of the land units do get a +1 instead of a +2 the first round of combat. And that 2 dice is just the first round. After that, it's just 1 dice. With his units, his infantry that he has 3 Marines, 3 regular infantry, 3 militia, 2 of the militia are from the heavy cruisers, and then the 1 anti-air artillery there as well. The infantry regular, they defended at a 3, the anti-air is at a 2, and the militia at a 1. Okay? So, we will get started here, and Captain G did say that his casualty order will be the AA guns, then the militia, then the Marines. I did need to do the airfield defense at a 3 or less. So airfield does get a defense at a 3 or less. And that's a 12, so that's a miss. Okay. And then the artillery first strike at a 2. That's a 5, so that's a miss. And then the 2 dice with the fortification defense, or first strike at 4s. And I see 1 hit, so we'll take out one of the infantry from the attacking from the south. Okay, I say south or southeast, attacking from the southeast. Then we will roll on into our regular units attacking. So we have the, so what is that? It's at 5, 10. So we have 10 infantry attacking at A1. Let me grab up my dice here. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so 10 dice. My hand's full here. 10 dice at A1. And I see 2 hits. 2 hits, man. I'm impressed. So the anti-air will die, and one of the militia. Okay, they still do get their defense. All right. Handful here. I hope you guys saw that. Yeah, you should have. Okay, now we have the infantry that is paired with the artillery attacking at a 2. It's a miss. Then we have the 4 medium armor attacking at a 5. And I see 2 hits. So that will be the other 2 militia. So that is the other 2 militia. Still good at defense. And then we have the 2 fighters that attack at a 6. 2 fighters at a 6. Both miss. And then the tactical bomber at a 7 with a target selection of 3. And that's a miss. All right. So the AA, so the medium bomber did not attack the city, it attacked the airfield. So the AA just gets 3, up to 3 units they can defend with, and it's at a 3 or less. So we'll do the 2 fighters at a 3 or less. Oh man, so one of the fighters goes down. Okay. And then the tactical bomber at a 3 or less. And that's a 5, so that's a miss. All right. So then we have the 3 militia defending at a 1. Or, I'm sorry. They're defending at a 2 because of the +1. So, okay, in the AA, it doesn't matter because it wouldn't have hit the other fighter, and it was a 5, so it wouldn't hit the TAC bomber. Not sure if it gets the bonus, but either way, if it does, it doesn't matter. But the militia all miss with their +1s the first round. And then we have the 3 Marines and 3 infantry, so that's 6 dice at +1. So they defended a 3 because they're surrounded, but 4 because of the fortification bonus. Okay, so I see 2 hits. So that will be 1 from the southeast and 1 from the north. Infantry that dies. And just so you guys know, that infantry that's paired with your artillery, it's going to be the last infantry to die, naturally, because it attacks better. Okay, and that infantry is from the south. So we have the fortification at a, we already rolled its first strike. Yeah, we already did it. So we will move on to the second round of combat. Okay, so we have 8 infantry attacking at A1 now, and I see no hits. Okay, and then we have the artillery and the infantry both attacking at a 2, no hits. And then we have the 4 medium armor attacking at a 5, and I see 3 hits. So those will all be against his infantry. He wanted his infantry taken out before his Marines, so we'll take out those. Okay, and then we have the 2 fighters at a 6. There's 1 hit with a 5, and the other's a miss with an 8. So we will take out one of his Marine. One of his Marines. Okay. And then we have the tactical bomber. Doesn't matter with target select, so it's just 7 or less. Okay, so that's 1 more Marine that is taken out. Okay. So we will do the defense rolls. So it'll be just his, it'll be his 6 units defending at a 3. His Marines and his infantry all defending at a 3 or less. And I see 1 hit, so we'll take that from the task force in the north. And then his fortification at a 4, and it's in the middle, but it's going to land a 4. So we'll take out 1 infantry from the south. Okay. So third round of combat. So we have 6 now at a 1, and I see no hits. Man. Geez, I forgot about the target selected a 1 for the infantry. So I'll have to go back and see. We'll work it out, but we'll do the two units at a 2, and those are both misses. And then we'll do the 4 attacking at a 5. And I see 3 hits. So that will be it. And we'll go ahead and do the fighters and tac bomber for overkill just in case. So the fighter at a 6, that's a hit. And then the tac bomber at a 7, that's a hit. And then his Marine at a 4, or a 3, I'm sorry, and then the fortification at a 4. Okay, and just in case, we'll go ahead and do 1 more round. In case because he was going to target select my armor, and most of my hits have been from the armor. So we're gonna finish. We're gonna do 1 more round of combat. So just in case, I can use these dice hits. Okay. So 6 at 1. Okay, there's 1 hit. The 2 at 2. Okay, there's 1 hit at 1. And then the 4 at 5 again. there's 2 hits. And then the one fighter at a 6, there's another hit, and then the attack bomber at 7. Okay. All right. Just want to do the major overkill, just in case I miss that, and so we can use those dice rolls just in case. And his defense, we'll go ahead and do a 4. So there's a hit, and then a 4 or a 3. I'm sorry, that was at a 3. So that was a miss. Then the fortification of 4. So that's a miss. All right. Hopefully we're okay, but just in case. All right. So, okay. All right. So now we roll for the heavy cruisers. 1 to 9 scuttle and 10 to 12 a capture. 1 to 9. Okay, so 1 scuttles, and the other one. Oh, so no, it's a 1 to 9 scuttle. Yeah, so they both scuttle. Okay, so let me go ahead and do a unit update. So all the units are dead. The Japanese, and with the U.S., the medium bomber survived. The airfield has 4 damage. Attack bomber, fighter live, 4 armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 infantry, and 1 artillery. And they'll all move into San Francisco. So I'll actually do that. Well, except the aircraft. They will... Okay, so the medium bomber had a range of... It's got a normal range of 5, plus the airfield at 6, plus the long-range aircraft. So it'll have 7. So it went 1, 2 to San Francisco. And then it'll go 1 to the southwest, 2, or okay, so 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it will land in the in Washington, D.C. The fighter, it doesn't matter. I should have kept count, but we'll say it's from Texas. So it went 3. It has a range of 5. It will land. It will land in the Pacific Northwest at that airfield. Okay, and then the attack bomber. Good Lord, what does the attack bomber have on movement? Okay. Tactical bomber have a movement of 4. Yeah, so a movement of 4, so it's 5. So it will move 2 to attack San Francisco. So 3, 4, and 5. So it will land in the Heartlands. Okay. And then all the others land units. Let me put this airfield right here with the damage of 4. Okay. All right. So, non-combat. Well, I realized that was non-combat, but yeah, just wanted to do that first so I didn't forget. So, with the units in A35, everything. We have the minor port. I don't think it's a bonus, so 1, 2. Everything will move to A38, except the coastal subs, the light cruisers, and destroyers. So the 3 transports will move to A38, or I'm sorry, A32. A32. Joined by the fleet carrier, the battleship, the second battleship, and the heavy cruiser. Okay. And the okay, so nothing there. So that should be it. All right. The destroyer in A9 up in the north part of Russia, it will move 1, 2, 3, joining the British task force in A6. Okay? And yeah, it'll stay there. That will stay there. The seaplane that is in the southeastern United States will land in Puerto Rico, that seaplane base. Okay. The destroyer will move 1. Yeah, it should move 1. Okay. And that should be it on non-combat. Gonna put that there. Okay. This airborne will railroad up to New York. Okay. So we'll go ahead and grab our units to place. Oh yeah, these heavy strap bombers look awesome. Okay. So the transport will be built in Washington, D.C. The fighter will be built in Chicago. The 2 heavy strategic bombers will be built in New York. The 2 Marines will be built in D.C. We are building 1 militia in Portugal. And we are upgrading the militia in Washington, D.C. Okay? Cool. All right. So that should be it. We will go to income updates. All right. So San Francisco, we're 6. So they're at 49. They'll go down to 43. The U.S. will go up 6 to 62. That can't be right, because that is everything. They should be at 63. Yeah, because they... I'll put it into the description just to make sure. Yeah, it's worth 6, so they'll be at 62. 62, and they also do get the home country plus 12 bonus. And then the KMT are at 1 with the loss of Quechua. Let me move y'all over so y'all can see. See that? Cool. Knocked that one of Mark's men over. Okay, so they will just collect 1. Okay, and the Americans will collect 62 plus 10, 72, 74. So let me grab, so 50, 60, 65, 70, 4. Okay, so they get 74 to spend on their next turn. All right, guys, and these do go off the board. They're alternate builds. All right, guys, so this is Operation Newblood 12.8 and 12.9. I'm out. We'll see y'all later.